Hey Lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on today. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I appreciate you all so very much. On this channel, I love to do all things DIY and crafting. I love to do them on a budget. However, I do love to splurge at times, but no matter what I'm doing at the end of the day, I love to have fun while crafting. If that is something that interests you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just know those comments are only desired and not required because you guys know it, because I love to chat with you all after each video. I love to chat and laugh with you all. I love the conversations we have. So please, if you haven't already done so, consider joining my little family, and just know that everything I'm asked of you is 100% free. So guys, I'm excited about today. I'm nervous about today's video. It is a collaboration with 3 other talented ladies here on YouTube, and it is the Wreaths and Treats collaboration with Crafty Art Shack, Home Decor by Mia, myself, and Crafty Leanie. You have definitely seen their work at some point or another. I'm almost certain of it. I have participated in other collabs with these ladies, and they are truly gifted. Okay, we will go more into that further along in the video, but know that their information is in my description box below. So we're going to start the wreaths. Now guys, be gentle with me and please understand. I am not a traditional wreaths person. It's something that intimidates me. It's not my wheelhouse for crafting, but I have been wanting to kind of challenge myself the last few videos, step outside of my comfort zone, because you just never know what you may gravitate to. So wreaths, again, I do like door hangers, wood rounds, things like that's what I'm used to doing. But the traditional full-on flower wreaths, deco mesh, all that stuff, no, your girl it intimidates me. So anyway, so when this challenge came about, I agreed to do it. I wanted to be a part of the experience. And so what you see here, I have this wreath that I got from Michael's after the spring season, and it was originally $44.99. I got it for 90% off, which made it like $4.49. And I even got a little bit less than that because of my coupons and rewards and everything. So I think it was a good deal. Now, I was, as I've been also in the last few videos, I've been super ambitious here. And I should have started with a smaller wreath, first of all. But I was like, I have this. It's a color I really wanted to work with because my thought process is I could start it out in fall, transition it into Christmas, so on and so forth, because it's such a neutral color. So I had these white wildflowers that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, absolutely gorgeous. In my thought process, I'm going to feed these in here. I didn't want it to be too overbearing, but because of the style of the flowers, they just look very scarce and thin throughout. So then I was like, okay, I have these mums here. Don't check out that thigh meat, y'all. Okay. It was getting serious. All right, stop it. Okay, so all right, so I had these mums I picked up from Walmart, and they're gorgeous. Now, even though I'm not decorating in the traditional fall colors, I am going to be paying homage, to the fall colors throughout some of my DIYs throughout the season. So I had picked those up. I was like, maybe if I add these in here, that'll help. Okay, so it was just it was just getting too overwhelming for me because I really did not know what I was doing, because I didn't want to glue anything down, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to be switching this out. I don't want to have it all junked up with glue and things like that. And so I'm just trying to stick them in there. I didn't know if I should leave the stems longer, cut them shorter. So y'all, I was all over the place. Okay. And this is one of the reasons I thank God for voiceovers, because had you guys heard the actual commentary that was happening during this, I would probably be banned from YouTube. But I brought it together. So the one thing that I did know for certain that I wanted to do with this wreath is I wanted to have a hanging element in the middle of it. And guys, that's when I tell you guys, when I start thinking of this stuff, writing it down, drawing it out, and all that stuff, my brain only goes to a certain point, and then I just don't think it all the way through. So the rest of it is guesswork, which is what you're seeing here. So me combining these flowers together, I didn't want it all like matchy. I wanted something whimsical, fun, just fall, because fall is just that shedding of the old, and so I wanted something like that. That's where my mind was going. But okay, it was a lot, y'all. So I'm taking this little gift box bag from Dollar Tree that says welcome autumn. I am stuffing in some scrap paper I had, some styrofoam, floral foam, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm taking some of this raffia that I chopped down and I'm putting it on there. Yes, I'm putting hot glue because I wanted to keep it intact as much as I could, because again, this is going to be part of the hanging element. So I was like, I don't need this flying all over the place. Now, this is not a wreath that's going to go on the outside. Just so you guys know, it will definitely be indoors. And I don't even know if I'm going to really hang it. I haven't decided yet. I might just leave it as like a wall piece, like on the floor. I like that kind of, vibe. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought that far apart. Far ahead. I'm sorry. This is where we are. So I'm taking these sweater pumpkins from Dollar Tree, which I absolutely love, because my Dollar Tree did not get these last year. If they had these style, I don't think they had this. I think they had the burlap ones, but they are very similar to this. But nonetheless, absolutely love these. Love the colors, because these are the colors I'm truly going with. Now, you may be thinking like, okay, maybe but you have some traditional colors there. Now you have this, but y'all will see how I tied it together in my brain. Okay. So there you have it, and it just looks like a basket of little pumpkins, which I love. I think it's cute. Okay, and so here I'm just sizing it out, like, okay, is this gonna work, is it not gonna work? I'm taking a piece of it's like a suede twine I have, and it's like a tan color. It's not like a tan color, it is a tan color, and I'm gonna use that to tie the string from the basket to the wreath. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I added in another pumpkin here because I felt like it was a little uneven, so I think that kind of made it more, because I have two of each color, and they're intact, guys. Like, I was a little worried that hot glue wasn't gonna hold up, but I should have known better, because my hot Gorilla Glue does the job, honey. And I have dropped this, banged this, all of that, and it's still intact. I kid you not. And so I'm just reinforcing it, little pieces where I felt that it was loose, and it was all good to go. And from there, I'm like, okay, here we go, guys. This is the moment of truth. This is gonna work. Now, yes, it is slanted a little bit, but I did not tighten it, because I knew I would probably have to adjust it. So once I get it centered perfectly how I want it, then I go in and tighten everything up, and it hangs and swings, guys. Yay! Go May, go May. You made it swing, girl. You made it swing, girl. What? Yes, I have my happy dance. Okay, so now this welcome sign, y'all, I had to laugh towards the end, because I was trying my hardest to work that welcome sign into that piece, but I had to tell myself, no, it's too busy. You cannot add more to this, May. And so ultimately it did make the cut, but you guys will see a couple more times throughout where I'm still trying to get it in there. I had to laugh. So next I'm going in with this burlap ribbon. I picked it from Hobby Lobby. It was on the 40% off sale. I absolutely love this style of ribbon. I don't get it often, but I was so happy that I got it during the 40% sale. I actually should have got two, but one is enough. So anyway, so I was gonna make a messy bow. So y'all know how me and bows get along. Of course I cut it too short, right? So I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. Do I need to go back and cut some more ribbon? I didn't want to do that, because I feel like if I did that, I was probably gonna waste it. And so I was like, nope, you're gonna make this work one way or another. So I cut them all down approximately about the same size. That was the other thing too. I'm like, girl, you need to get your life in order. But nonetheless, I was like, okay, we're not gonna scrap this. We're gonna make something out of these bows. So then I had this vision, y'all, to have like an exploding pumpkin, like the blooming onion. So I was like, okay, we got a blooming pumpkin. So that's where we ended up here. And because all the ribbon is wired, as I was folding and bending everything, and it actually came out really cute, guys. It looked like a little nest. You know, I was like, I don't know. I was like, but I like it. Like, I don't know what to call it, but I like it. So that's what I did, and I just hot glued it down. I really should have put a string through it, like sewed through it to keep it all together. But I put an obnoxious amount of hot glue in there, so it's not going anywhere. So then I took the remaining pumpkins from each batch and put them right in the center, and then this is where I'm like, okay, it looks like little pumpkin eggs in a nest. Oh my goodness. But it really looked cute, guys. Like, I really liked it. So once I got it where it was, and I'm still fluffing and twirling and pulling the little lips up at the end, and I just put them in a nice little trio nest right there, a little bundle together, and I really did like it. I liked the colors. It tied both the colors, the blues and the orange and the creams, with the traditional colors together. And I think that's what I was finding, like, oh, this works. This is really cute, right? So I do all that. I make sure everything is together, because I gotta tell you, I don't know what's going on, but the glue was working, but it was taking a while to adhere. And I'm thinking it was probably the material, and then a lot of this stuff had foam in it, so you know the hot glue melts the foam. I'm thinking that's what it was, you know. I don't know, but look at it. Look at my little nest of pumpkins. Oh, my little babies. Oh, they're so precious. All right, so so here I am. I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, now this needs to have something at the bottom. So I'm taking one of these wood rounds. I'm gonna apply that to the bottom of my pumpkin nest, and just keep it sturdy. Now, and as I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe I should have left it like flexible so it could really stick to the wreath. But again, I don't want a whole lot of glue here, especially if I'm gonna be repurposing this and reusing it and things like that. So it took a little bit with that wood round, but it did work ultimately. And to go to welcome sign. Y'all, I was trying to get that welcome sign in there. And so I'm just going in again with an obscene amount of hot glue on where the raised points are on the wreath, and just putting it there. And ultimately it did work, and that was pretty much it for this piece. I think I just stand it up and just kind of add in some more glue. And I will let you guys know, like, I just did not like it with the wildflowers. So in the final reveal, you guys will see where I did remove them, because I just couldn't wrap my mind around leaving them there. I personally like the end result, but you guys can let me know if you liked, option 1 or option 2 when we go through the final reveal. But ultimately, I got what I wanted, which was the hanging piece. All right, wreaths and treats. So in this collaboration, we are creating wreaths, as you already know, and we also are sharing treats with you guys. So we could either cook them on camera, do pictures, or just share the recipe. So I will have pictures, and I will provide the recipe in my description box for what's needed in my 2 treats. All right, wreath number 2. And I only have 2 projects for you guys today, because again, the wreaths are not my strong point. So this is a wood round that I got from Dollar Tree with the pumpkin already embedded on it. It does have laser colored, or laser out, whatever it's called, pumpkins on the side of it where you can color them in. And I thought initially I was going to use them, but as I was going through this, I ended up going in a different direction. Now, I did get that wreath from Michael's as well. I want to say it was like $3.99 or something, but it was 40% off. So whatever that came to, that was that. And but I ultimately changed my mind. So I'm going to take some of this crafting paper that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. It has all the different types of fall leaves on them, and I wanted something where it would make that pumpkin look like it was actually raised up off of the wood round, if that makes sense. So of course I traced it out with my finger to create an outline, but when it came to cutting it out, of course I cut it out too large, so it did leave some gapping, and that's why I did some shading around using that dark copper, so it would just blend in from where I messed up on the cuts. So I'm just going in with my glue stick and putting it down. That is my preference when working with crafting or cardstock paper, is to use a glue stick, just because if you use hot glue or any other loose glue, it tends to buckle and creates a lot of little bumps and ridges and things. So here I'm going in with my rotary tool. I absolutely love this thing. It is the bomb.com, guys. Like, it is so precise. I really didn't have to use it here, but I was like, I'm gonna use it. I am. Watch me use it. And once I get it down, close to the round. Look at me rhyming. Once I get it down, close to the round. All right. So then I just sand that away, and it gives off a perfect edges. Well, not even edges. It just sands off perfectly. All right. And so right here, I'm digging it. I'm like, this is really cute, just like this. Like, I could totally leave it like this, but of course I'm not. So because I'm working in these blues, teals colors into my, decor pieces, I'm like, okay, this is more my wheelhouse too. Let me just say that this wreath was more in my safe space, what I'm used to doing, aside from adding on the actual vine wreath there. So I took some of this crafting paper and I cut it down in strips. It is a shiplap print on there, but it's all even, and I wanted to break that up and give like different sections of it. And that's what you see that I'm doing here. Now, some of them did not line up perfectly. There was some little gapping in between, but that's okay, because you'll see what I'm going to do to fix that and to really bring it to life. So that's all I'm doing here, is going, just line by line. And for this part, I really thought I was going to use more strips than what I had there, but literally, like, I had a little, like a third of a piece of that crafting paper, and then a whole sheet I cut down, and I did not use it all. So I'm figuring, like, if you wanted to do like a whole wood round with this, then one sheet would probably be sufficient here. But nonetheless, that's all I'm doing, is going in, just putting them like throughout, like not lining them up perfectly at all. And even the little imperfections, like I said, the gapping, spacing, whatever you want to call it, works in my favor here. And it was super easy to do. Like, no painting really involved aside from the pumpkin. I did have 2 other pumpkins I was going to place on here, but ultimately changed my mind. Like I said, I wanted the focus to be that one pumpkin at the bottom. So again, I go in with my rotary tool, and guys, this is where I bring the shenanigans right here. Okay, so me being all excited about cutting this down and how it looks, I forget that I'm cutting on top of my mat. So yeah, it has 2 little slits in it, look like eyes, but it is what it is. I have a green one somewhere. I already went through my pink one. This was the purple one, doing the same exact thing. And so if I can find my green one, then I'll whip it out. If not, we're going to roll with this purple one until the wheels fall off. Yeah, that's how we're going to roll. So right here, I'm just taking away the excess again, and then I'm going to go in with my finger sander and sand it down. But I am gonna go in with my glue stick and just touch up on some of the places where the glue dried fairly fast, because it's been so hot here. Like, everything has just, even when I'm decoupaging, like, the glue is drying like super fast because it's so hot in here. Even with the fan going, it's really, really warm still some nights. So that's all I'm doing, guys, and I really like this. Now, I will say, like, this combination of the 2 papers is not my norm either, but I feel really good about it. Like, I am gonna break it up because I did feel like it was kind of running together and was looking a little too busy, but I am gonna go in and you guys will see what I do to break that up. So here is where I'm going in with my Sharpie, like I said, and I'm just really pronouncing those lines. So I'm trying to give it as much definition as I can. At first I was like, oh, it's too thick. But then when I, kind of leaned back and looked, I'm like, oh, no. This is bringing the vibe I want. So I was super, super happy with the end result of this. And I was like, okay, I kind of like the imperfect thick lines. I really think it really truly adds to that whole shiplap look, right? And I love the color, the black with that teal color, and the little brownish color in the background there. I loved it, guys. So you gotta let me know how you feel about it. do you see what I see? Do you love it how I love it? And as you can see there, that last little line was a little bit too long for me, so I just added in a line that wasn't really there, and I love that. So here's where I'm like, okay, it needs to be a little separation in the color. So I'm going in with a piece of lace ribbon, which I believe I got this from Dollar Tree. If I didn't, it would have come from Hobby Lobby or Walmart. But I do think this one came from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going in, adding some glue to the back of that. I cut it down, and I really love this, guys. Like, it was so easy and so cute. And this is the one that happened to be my favorite, but you know, just because again, it's more of a comfort area for me. But this is actually giving me an idea for Christmas, guys. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I gotta write that down. So yeah, so all I'm doing here is taking some of these little, it's like pumpkins and maple leaves. I did color them in the agave color by Waverly. I don't think I mentioned that. So yeah, the teal color is the agave color by Waverly, and the dark copper is, I think, by Deco Art, if I'm not mistaken. And I love it. I just love it. So here is where I laid down the wreath, and I wanted to keep it on this side face up because it had almost like this foresty jungle look, I guess. I don't know, woodsy look. And so me getting caught up in trying to fix this swag here of my wildflowers. I love these wildflowers. Like, I think every time I go to Michael's, as long as they have them there, I might pick up a bundle because I just absolutely love the colors of them. But I've had this little bundle since the other batch I got, and I didn't pay full price for those either. But once I get that set, I had took the wreath off, laid it down upside down, and once I went back in to reinforce this, I bring it back and I flip it over right there. When I flipped it over to load the glue gun, I just lifted it up and placed it back down. I was so bummed when I realized what I did. I was like, oh man. But nonetheless, it still worked. It was okay. I was just like, man, I really wanted that feature, but it is what it is. And so if you were to recreate this, you could definitely put something on the back to kind of hide that wood round. But again, for me, because this is my piece, there's no need to do that. It's, you know, it's all about personal preference, guys. But yeah, I don't see a need to do that. The back is very clean. You can't really see the glue anyway, but nonetheless, if you choose to recreate it, do what makes your eyes and heart happy. Okay, so I'm just gluing that down, and I took a little bit of macrame rope to tie it together. If you've been at any of the last few videos, you know that's the limit of my swag. Hey. That's it. That's it. That's the limit of it. So next I'm taking this pick. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. I forgot to look at the little tag, but nonetheless, I did find them at Hobby Lobby. They were like $2.99 with the 40% off, before 40% off. And I just took 2 of the buds from there. It does look a little bit brighter on camera, but it actually ties in very nicely with the wildflowers. So I still felt like it needed something. Although this screams fall, screams autumn, I still wanted some words. And I know words are not all the trend like they used to be, but I still like words in some of my projects. Again, it's all about personal preference, and I really felt like it needed something extra and not something overbearing, but just a little something. So I took the laser cutout that says Hello Autumn and added that to, it comes from Dollar Tree, the little laser cutout, and I added it there. So there's our wreath. This is where I took off the wildflowers, guys. I like it 100% this way, just because, again, I think it's just because I am not really familiar with how to do wreaths. So I think this was just a safe space for me to feel comfortable. So let me know what you guys think, how you feel about it. And then here is wreath number 2, the one I love. And I'm sorry with the lighting right there. I had pressed some kind of button and it did this with the lighting when I would go back and forth. And so I don't know what I did, guys. It was, but I hope you guys can tell what it was. And here is my desserts. This is a strawberry pudding that I make for my family, and they love it. They request it all the time. And this is a play on a caramel apple pudding, and it has caramel, green apples, and Snickers. it is. So I will have the recipe for both of these in my description box below. Don't forget to check out the other ladies' pages or channels. Tell them I sent you their way. Tell them I said hello. I'll be over soon to see what they have created for you guys, because I know it's awesome. And if you guys are still here taking the ride with me, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, old and new. I just love the love that you guys are pouring into me and the love you are allowing me to pour into you. I absolutely enjoy the laughs, the comments, the hearts, everything about being here and sharing this experience with you guys. You are such a blessing to me, and I can't thank you enough for coming back and hanging out with me during each video, and also the new ones who stuck around all this time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it so very much. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing and joining my family. Everything I've asked of you is completely free, and always know those comments. I love them. I love interacting with you guys. So I also love you. Fall in love every day. Every day you have an opportunity to open your eyes. Is an opportunity to fall in love with at least one something that day. So find the good, the joy, the peace, the happy, and everything you see, say, do, or touch. Never let anyone steal your joy, because they're not entitled to it. All right. So just hold on and know that that peace and joy is there waiting for you. So stay safe, stay kind. Happy crafting your days away. XOXO.